All right, y'all, so let's get it in here. We are gonna do the first installment in my brush declutter. If you guys have not been watching my declutter series, definitely check it out. We have gotten rid of so much makeup, but this is now a brush declutter, so I need to get rid of some of these brushes. These are just eye brushes right here, and this doesn't include like any new brushes that I have not opened because I do have a few sets of those. So I'm just gonna, you guys can just take my word for it. I'm not gonna pull those out. We are actually going to be decluttering this set right here. I have them all sectioned off into different categories of eye brushes, and let me just tell you the number. So overall, makeup brushes I have, this includes the new unopened brushes, I have 562 makeup brushes. Does not include my sponges. I know it's crazy, it's ridiculous, I get it, but we will be decluttering the sponges as well. But yeah, that number does not include my sponges. And for eye brushes, I have 252. Now that number does not include the new brushes that I have not opened yet. So yeah, probably more along the lines of 260 something, probably something like that, because I don't have that many. But this is it right here. These are the majority of the eye brushes. This is what we want to declutter. So if you have not already, please do not forget to go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my declutters, click that subscribe button, and yeah, join the family. Make sure you turn on the notifications, and without further ado, let's get started. All right, you guys, so I just pulled out 2 of these different containers. We're just gonna go ahead, start pulling and get started. So we're gonna start with this green one. The first category that I have here are double-ended brushes and just random brushes that I don't really use. So just double-ended brushes, random eye brushes, and there's also lip brushes in here as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull out these 3 brushes right here. These are the brushes that come in those, like, those Artiste brush dupes. These are those here. I'm just going to get rid of all of these because I don't really use these on my eyes at all. I think dumping them will actually be a bit easier. So I'm just going to look at these lip brushes. I think I'm going to keep all of these lip brushes. These lip brushes are covered, so I like that, and I don't use lip brushes very often, but there are times where I may need one, so I'm gonna keep all 3 of these. And these are from, what brands are these? I know one of these is e.l.f. and I don't know what brand the others are. Oh, this is the e.l.f. one, so I don't know what brands the others are, but I'm definitely going to keep the 4 of those. And before we get too deep into this, you guys, I have brushes from everywhere. e.l.f., Morphe, Anastasia, Wet n Wild, Urban Decay, Sonia Kashuk, Sigma, Sedona Lace, Real Techniques. I have, gosh, so many different brands. It's crazy. Eco Tools, RC Cosmetics, Jessup Cosmetics. So many different brands of brushes. So you will see all types of things in here. But moving along, I have these awkward brushes that I'm not really sure what to do with. They're the most awkward shape. One's from Morphe, one's from Sonia Kashuk. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of both of these because, again, I'm just not sure what to do with these, and I never ever use them. Same deal with these little brow combs and brushes. I just don't use those, so I'm going to get rid of those as well. Now I have tons of spoolies. Some are double-ended, some are not. I think I can get rid of a couple of these, and that's just because a lot of times my eyebrow pencils come with spoolies on them, so I really don't use outside spoolies. So I think I'm gonna just get rid of the double-ended ones because I hate double-ended brushes as is, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and let those go. And I do like the angled brush on a few of these, but I have plenty of them, so I'm gonna let them go. And I will keep these 4 spoolies here. This here is a funny brush. This is like a Real Techniques lip ombre brush, and I think the thing is stuck on it, but you're supposed to be able to ombre your lips with this. I will never use this. I've used it once and I haven't used it again, so I'm going to go ahead and let that go. And I'm also going to let go of these double-ended brushes here. I just, again, hate double-ended brushes. One's from Anastasia, one's from Bobbi Brown, and one is from Wet n Wild. Now this double-ended brush I will keep. This is from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. No, Naked Smoky palette. I will be keeping this just because I love the blending side of it, but I'm going to go ahead and let go of this e.l.f. lip brush here, and also this Morphe E40 little tiny baby fan brush. Alright, so next set, these are all of my angled and liner brushes. So let's start going through. Those. I am going to keep this Sigma small angled brush. I feel like you can never have too many angled brushes, and I definitely always need them. So I'm probably going to keep a lot of these, warning. So I'm keeping that one. Here's a double-ended brush. Again, hate double-ended brushes, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. You know what? I'm also going to get rid of this Real Techniques brow brush. The brush is just way too big for me. I like smaller angled brushes, and as you can see, it's like double the size of this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that one go as well. I just went ahead and pulled out some keepers. These are just some more regular angled brushes that I'm going to be keeping from Wet n Wild, Morphe, what is this from? Zoeva, Anastasia. I'm gonna go ahead and keep those. Then we get into some liner brushes over here, and let me tell you, I used to think that I loved angled liner brushes like these, and these are pretty good, don't get me wrong. However, these brushes right here, this shaped brush right here has actually become my favorite for lining my eyes with gel liner. So I'm gonna keep a few of those. I'm gonna keep I'll keep 3 of these bent liner brushes like this. I'll go ahead and keep 3 of those. I'm also going to keep this straight liner brush here. And then I'm going to keep these shapes for gel liner. So the shape I just showed you, I'm going to keep 5 of those for gel liner. I think I can go ahead and get rid of all of these. This just has a mixture of Jessup, Real Techniques, Wet n Wild, what else is in here? RC Cosmetics. Yeah, more Real Techniques, BH Cosmetics, just a mixture of those. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. Alright, so these brushes right here, these are the brushes that I use to put color in my outer V typically. So don't need this many, so let's just see what we have here. I know one for sure I want to keep is this one from Morphe. It's actually really, really awesome. Pulling out some brushes that I'm going to get rid of are these. They have like the foam heads, and that just doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I do not like smudging with those, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. Alright, so these right here are actually really great for my outer V area, so I'm going to go ahead and keep these. These are a mixture of Morphe, Coastal Scents, Jessup, BH Cosmetics, and Sigma. And these 4 I'm actually going to get rid of. This one is just really awkward. I really don't know what to do with this one here. This one is another double-ended brush that I just hate storing, so I'm not keeping. These Sonia Kashuk brushes really were not that nice. They're great to look at. They're really cute, but they really weren't that great quality. And this is just an old Essence of Beauty brush. I think I got this from like CVS in a brush set when I first started my makeup collection, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, so here we go. Now the collections, the groups start getting a little bigger. So these brushes are my detailed brushes. I use them mostly for my lower lash line. That is what I use most of these for. So let's just go ahead and dig in. So already off the bat, before I even look too much, I know I'm keeping these right here. These are a mixture of Coastal Scents, Real Techniques, Morphe, of course. What else? Mostly Morphe, but Coastal Scents, Real Techniques are in there. Sedona Lace is in there. I know I'm keeping these because they're just great for that lower lash line. As far as these go, I don't feel like I need many of them. Just looking through them, I'm going to keep a couple of these brushes here, these straight edged brushes. I'm going to grab 2 from Morphe, and I'm going to keep those. I'm also going to keep this one from Morphe. It's just a different shape, something that I don't really have. So I'm going to keep this one as well. Other than that, the rest of these can really go. I have, what do I have in here? e.l.f., Morphe, BH, lots of BH, more e.l.f., RC Cosmetics, Sonia Kashuk, Eco Tools. Yeah, I'm going to let those go. Alright, you guys, it's starting to get harder and harder. So these are all of my flat shader brushes. Not really, well, they're flat shader brushes in here, and there's more of those fluffy shader brushes like this, brushes that you use to highlight your brow bone or pat color onto the lid. That is all of these brushes right here. So I'm just going to pick out the ones that I know I'm going to keep, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's a group of brushes that I know I'm definitely keeping. These consist of Jessup, RC Cosmetics, Sigma, Morphe, Wet n Wild, It Cosmetics, e.l.f., Zoeva, what? More RC Cosmetics, all types of brushes, Coastal Scents. These consist of all types of brushes. And let me tell you about the quality of some of these brushes. I've had this Sigma brush for 6 or 7 years now. I've had it for such a long time. It's one of the first brush sets I've ever bought. This Jessup brush, I did a whole video on this about 4 years ago. I've had that for a very long time. This Sigma brush here, this red one, again, I've had it for about 6 or 7 years. So some of these brushes are just so old. This e.l.f. all over shadow brush is super old and I love it. This e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush is probably my absolute favorite brush for packing on color onto the lid. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get quality brushes, and these are some of the best of the best. Alright, so let's go through the rest of these. This e.l.f. concealer brush I think I can get rid of. I just am not really a big fan of it. So let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that Sonia Kashuk brush, this e.l.f. brush. I'm actually going to keep this Morphe M224 just because I like using these to pack color on the lid. I'm going to keep this Morphe brush as well. I don't know how I missed it, but I'm certainly going to keep that for the lid. I'm also going to keep this RC Cosmetics brush for the lid. This is just a really nice small brush when I want to do some details work on the lid. As for the rest of these, you know what? I'm keeping this Ulta brush as well. This little baby Ulta brush. But as for the rest of these, I think I can go ahead and get rid of them. I just don't need all of them. I really don't. These are brushes from Morphe, e.l.f., BH, Eco Tools, Sonia Kashuk, RC Cosmetics, all types of places, BH Cosmetics, everywhere, Bare Minerals. Just don't need them, so I'm going to go ahead and let them go. Alright, so here's where we start to get tough. These are all of my blending brushes. So all the brushes that I use to blend out the eyeshadow. These are it right here. So I'm just going to pick out the ones that I'm going to keep. This is probably going to be my hardest category. I'm telling you guys now, but let's see. Alright, so I didn't do so well in this category. Like I said, this was going to be hard for me and I knew it, but I'm keeping all of these just because the quality of all of these brushes is unmatchable and I'm always needing blending brushes. These aren't just regular blending brushes. They're all not used for the same purpose. Like some are smaller. This blending E25 brush from Sigma I've had for probably about 6 years and it is amazing. It's like a smaller blending brush. And then for like overall crease blending, the MAC 217 is awesome. Also this Morphe E23 is very awesome. So yeah, I'm keeping all of these. These are from Sedona Lace, Sigma, Morphe, Kylie, what is this? A Zoeva, Urban Decay, a LAB lab brush. What is this? Actually, this brush was too flimsy. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I think I got this from Walmart. But yeah, I'm keeping all these. These are what is left. I think I'm gonna actually get rid of all of these. Oh, you know what? I am gonna keep this Real Techniques. This is the, what is this? Deluxe crease brush. I'm gonna keep this one. But everything else I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. And this is what? Jessup. I don't know what this little bamboo brush is. I have no idea. But Sonia Kashuk, Morphe, BH, Anastasia, Revlon, Coastal Scents. I'm going to get rid of those. So my last set of brushes are a mixture of everything. These are brushes that I actually need to wash. And I figured instead of washing them, I'm going to get rid of what I'm going to get rid of. And then I'll wash them. So I'm just going to pull out what I love. And then we'll go from there again. Alright, so this last segment here is really not going to go good because I really wanted to keep all of them, but I pulled these out. These are like the best of the best, the ones that I'm actually really keeping, so darn it, I need to wash them. But yeah, I'm actually keeping these. These are more from Sigma, again, such good quality brushes. I've had this brush for about 6 or 7 years. Jessup, which are really holding up well. I got from Amazon. This Morphe gunmetal brush is really nice. More Morphe, Sigma, e.l.f., Zoeva. What is this? A Luxie brush, Coastal Scents. Just all types of brushes, you guys. Urban Decay. There's an RC Cosmetics in here. It Cosmetics. So many brushes. I'm keeping all these. Now let's go through the rest of these really quick. I don't even know why I didn't put this in here. This what is this? E35. I'm keeping that. from Sigma. I'm also going to keep these 2 angled brushes, one from Wet n Wild's. Actually, the Wet n Wild one's a little raggedy, so I'm going to get rid of that one, but I'm going to keep this one from Morphe. Here's an angled brush that I can totally get rid of. And so I'm going to keep these right here. Just brushes from RC Cosmetics, Morphe, BH Cosmetics, Sigma, Zoeva, all types of brushes. I'm going to keep these here, and I am going to finish out my declutter by getting rid of those. Alright you guys, so here we are. These are all of the brushes that I'm getting rid of. I'm actually getting rid of 92 brushes. So I think I did pretty good. We started with 252 and I am getting rid of 92. So that leaves me with 162 eye brushes left. That is still way too many, and I might declutter even further a little later, but for right now I think this is a really good start. I got rid of almost 100 brushes, so I'm going to just give these away to family and friends. Hopefully they will like them and use them, but yeah, I can't keep all of these. So that is the end of this declutter. Look out for the face brush declutter. That is coming very soon. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also follow me on all of my social media platforms, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and also my Facebook fan page. They're always listed down below. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.